Imagine this. You work hard, you save every penny, but each year your money buys less. Welcome to the Satoshi Starter Pack, where we decode Bitcoin for real people. Today, it's Bitcoin versus the US dollar. One steadily loses value, the other offers a path to financial freedom. First, a look at our old friend, the US dollar. Since the Federal Reserve was created in 1913, the dollar has lost around 96% of its purchasing power. That means a $100 purchase in 1913 costs $2,700 today. Every year, inflation chips away at your savings. In 2000, $1,000 would now buy $1,600 worth of goods. But that same $1,000 in Bitcoin, it would be over $50,000 before the crash. That's not hype, that's real-life math. And what does inflation really mean? It's a stealth tax that affects everyone, especially the less wealthy. While assets like stocks rise, wages often don't keep pace. This has gotten worse since 2008 and especially since COVID. Money supply has ballooned, debt is sky high. All this means instability and weakened dollars. If you're relying on dollars to secure your future, you're actually betting against yourself. That's where Bitcoin enters the narrative. Here's how Bitcoin flips the script. First, it's fixed supply. Only 21 million ever exist. No printing more, no bailouts. Second, global access. You don't need a bank, you don't need approval. You just need a phone and a wallet. Third, transparency. Bitcoin's ledger is public. Anyone can verify transactions. No trust required. Fourth, portability. You can carry $1 million worth of Bitcoin in your head with a 12-word phrase. Now let's compare returns. Over the last decade, the dollar loses 2 to 3% a year to inflation. Over that same time, Bitcoin returned 200 to 500% per year. Yes, volatile, but historically powerful. If you'd saved $10,000 in 2012 dollars, you lose roughly $4,000 today. But if you'd held Bitcoin, even with dips, you're likely up tens of thousands of percent. Let's talk risk. Yes, Bitcoin swings more, but consider what else is risky, like leaning on paper money that disappears in recessions, wars, and political maneuvering. People in Argentina, Venezuela, Lebanon, Turkey, they've been forced out of their cash to find safety in Bitcoin. And don't forget, you can borrow against Bitcoin without selling it, preserving your upside. That's a freedom dollars simply don't allow. So what do you do with this? Start small, stack consistently. Open a self-custody wallet, Sparrow, Moon, Phoenix, or a hardware wallet like Ledger or Trezor. Set up weekly purchases of $10, $20, or $50. Call it Bitcoin Freedom Fund. Track it, watch it grow. Every Satoshi you buy today is like planting a tree, grows over time. Now when inflation hits, you won't be helpless. If the dollar tanks, your holdings have a fighting chance. Let's remember, no one is saying Bitcoin is a silver bullet. But as part of a balanced financial plan, it's a tool the Fed can't manipulate. By the way, if you missed the Bitcoin versus gold episode, it's in the playlist right here. Bitcoin isn't an overnight fix, but it's the first step toward freedom. This is the Satoshi Starter Pack. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and let's stack our future one sat at a time.